happiness. This is the face-off between the Truman boot and the Iron Ranger boot. I was just wondering what boots to do, and I have, I think, about 9 left here that I haven't done. And I was looking at both of these, and then started comparing them. So that evolved into the video. So what we have is the Truman Russet Red Rambler. And we have the Red Wing Iron Ranger 8119 Oxblood. And, you know, I was getting these, I got these are used, the Red Wing Iron Rangers are I got them on the secondary market from 2016. They don't make them anymore. And I got the Trumans from my friend Alex and my Facebook friend Alex. And I was always thinking, you know, I got a few pairs from him of the Truman, I guess the service boot here, and I was just thinking, you know, I don't really like them that much. It's got too much of an almond-shaped toe. And then when I was comparing them, so you can see them there. When I was comparing them, it just, there wasn't that much difference to me on the toe. So I wanted to talk about them a little bit and then just do some comparison. Okay, the Trumans, they go for $440 right now. These are on their site right now. I added the black kilties, courtesy Dale's Leatherworks, and but these are $440. It's the exact same makeup on their site. The only thing different is it looks like I put some paracord laces with anglets in there, and they come with leather. And then usually they're coming with the black, what they call the Black Commando, Truman Black Commando sole. And this is the honey one. And I don't see that anywhere on their site. I don't know if this was a special makeup. It is Charles F. Stead waxed flesh side of the russet, red russet red rambler leather. Now it's a flesh out leather. And it, you know, a suede is not a real leather, it's a split leather. This one has, they come with, you know, guys were complaining because some of them, I'll see if I can show you, some of them come with these lines in them. And when I first got them, I contacted Alex back when I had my first pair of this Rambler leather from CF Stead by Truman, and I said, is this supposed to have those lines? And he said, yeah, isn't that cool? And I go, oh, okay. So I saw some guys online were complaining that like they had these weird, you know, spider-looking lines on the toe in the front of the boot, and they were complaining about it. But most guys think it's cool. It develops a patina kind of like, I think, like a wax flesh. It'll start fuzzing out a little bit from the ones I've seen. But this CF Stead Rambler leather, I have the salmon Ramblers in my collection in Mexico. I think you've already seen the video. I did a video on those before I took them. So what else on these are size 10.5, and what I wanted to tell you about the sizing on Truman's. I got, I think, 3 or 4 different ones from him, and they seem to be sized. There's a little bit variation in the sizing. Now Dale from Dale's Leatherworks just did a video about what's Truman doing? Are they closing down? I think that the owner is a little zany, and he posts some zany stuff on different social medias, and people were wondering what's going on with him. But I've just been getting emails from them almost daily about all these different releases. So I think maybe stuff was slowing down, and he was wanting to get a little FOMO, fear of missing out, going and increase some sales. I don't know, but as far as I know, they are open for business. They have a lot of styles, a lot of leathers, and these are heavy and beautiful P&W boots. And I really like them. And they are right here on my shelf, and as far as I know, they're going to stay there because these are some really cool boots. Now, I have the Red Wing 8119 from 2016. This is the Oxblood. This is a size 10. in, I think my Truman size, I think they're sized like the Iron Rangers. I'm pretty sure, I am not a Truman expert, but I think you size down a half size usually. These 10.5s fit me. So if you're ordering them, if they're on the secondary market, please talk to the person you're buying them from and see what is their Brannick or their, my Brannick is a 10.5. I've told you that before because I have a 10 1/4 foot and a 10 foot, so I buy 10.5 and I got a little bit extra room. But I downsize in the Iron Rangers to a 10. Now I'm pretty sure that I think the other pair I got is a 10 and they fit me great. These are 10.5, also fit me great. So I went back to Alex, who has purchased more Trumans than me, who sold me the 2 pairs that I have, and he said, yeah, it's a little strange. I had the moose pair, the moose leather, and I sold them because they were just felt way too big on me, and with that moose leather, it's a lot softer. These toes feel structured on here, on both of these. The Truman feels a little bit more structured than the Red Wing, but the moose one, it was like the middle of it was just starting to, it's a softer leather and a looser leather, and it just felt like you could really see when I put them on that they were too big for me. Now these Red Wings have the Vibram mini leg sole on there. A lot of guys think they're too hard. This one having the lug sole, or what they call the Truman Commando sole, is it seems like it would be a little bit more between your feet and the ground right there. They both have antique eyelets. I think these black laces are the ones that they came with, and just like a black Taslin style lace. If I'm looking at both of them, okay, the thing that I noticed, obviously the sole and the heel, the heel has the stacked leather. It's a full sole, so you see that the line goes all the way through, but there is stacked leather between the heel cap, or what they call the top lift, and that the midsole, and then the full sole coming through there. Now the Red Wing doesn't really have a midsole. They're both Goodyear welted, looks like 270 degrees, and the Red Wing is just the full. It's not a unit because I know the heel is separate on these. They're nailed on there, but it has the full sole, and there's no leather in between there. The Red Wing also has the heel stay, and is just everything's one piece in the back right there. Whereas the Truman, the back stay and the heel counter are 2 pieces right there. There's a difference. The heels are different. They're both stitched all the way, looks like with white stitching, all the way around to the 270 point. The Truman, with the way they ended the welt there, right in the back, right in this area where I don't think you can see that, but it's a little bit cleaner than the Red Wing. The Truman has triple stitching where the counter meets the vamp, and it's not like 3 in a row like the Red Wing. It's got the darker color with the white color in between. But the thing I was really noticing is that, as I was trying to say, why did I think that the Truman was more of an almond-shaped toe and it was more a dressy boot, and I didn't like it too much? Because I'm looking at it, man, it is just dangerously close. It seems as though the Red Wing just has a little bit more girth right here, that it pops out a little bit more right there. And it also seems that the Iron Ranger, I don't know if you're going to see this, I'm going to try and hold it so you can see it, is a little bit more bump toe. Okay? Let's see if you can see that. It's a little bit more bump toe, and I think that's what I like more about the Iron Ranger. This toe doesn't seem like it's a lot smaller. It seems like it's a little bit smaller right there. Right on the outside. It feels like it's a little bit smaller, and then it feels like it's a little bit more bumped. I think that is the differences. I like them both. I've been looking for the 8119 Oxblood Iron Ranger for a very long time. They're hard to get. I don't know if they're going to release them again. I think they probably will. But what are the Iron Rangers? Are there like, didn't write it down, but I think they're like $339, $359 for most of your Iron Rangers right now, where these are $440. So these are about $80 to $100 more. They are definitely, they're a little bit heavier. They're heavier to me. And but I like them both. So this one goes up in the closet in my Red Wing collection. They're all boxed up there, and then these go back on the shelf over here. The wisdom, love, advice, whatever for today is I want to tell you that I love everybody, and I don't like everybody, but regardless of your political leanings, sexual orientation, religion, sex, race, immigration status. I know that we're warring against all these different things right now in our country, and it's pretty sad. And I think that you all just need to mind your own business and get back to your job and your families. And you have elected in a fair election the elected officials. Let them do their jobs, and everyone do their job, and try and love and forgive. And that's about all I want to say about that right now. But if you are confused by what's happening in your world, maybe you could just get into some boots, man. And just, that's what I do. I don't do drugs or alcohol or smoke, or I don't do any substances or any mind-altering things like that. I just do my boots. I read, I write poetry, study the Bible a little bit, and I sometimes I get very upset about our world, but I just keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I go to work, I take care of my family, and I do my hobby, and I don't want anyone being drunk or drunk driving or drunk and getting in fights or yelling at your family or on drugs, doing any of those things. So I'm asking you to stay away from those. If you smoke cigarettes, please consider quitting. That's like the absolute worst thing you can do for your health. But try to be happy in the midst of tumultuous times. Things are changing. Try to be happy. Try to find your center. Find your peace. Find your happiness. And don't hate anybody. Don't hate. Doesn't matter who it is. I mean, people hating Biden. People hating Trump. Can you stop hating, please? Hating only hurts you. Hating really only hurts the hater. So there's a little bit of wisdom for you. Love everybody. Hate no one. And never surrender. That's what the carpenter says. And get yourself some fancy boots. Have a great day. Love you.